shredded and stay shredded. If you're one of those bodybuilders that want to get so shredded to the point where your balls don't even work anymore, this video is not for you, because that is, in my terms, and I think in a lot of medical professionals' terms, simply unhealthy. So let's get started. The number one tip that I have for you. This is not a fucking tip. It's not. Okay, restart that.
Nick Minute.
No. Let's get started. If you really are serious about this, I want you to shift your identity. What do I mean by this? So, quoting a book that I just adore so much, Atomic Habits by James Clear. By shifting your identity, you are telling yourself that you are a specific type of person, and you slowly change your actions and your habits and your thoughts, even to the point where you actually become that person. Now, in this case, think of what type of person is shredded as fuck. Hey, I kind of like that athlete's body. Now, I am going to become a high performance athlete. I am a high performance athlete. Affirm yourself that you are a high performance athlete and dig into it. Research what type of habits they have, what type of training regimes they go through, and what type of diets they go on. And then slowly integrate those things into your life to the point where you actually become that high performance athlete. Life is like a target. This is weird coming from a 17-year-old, but I digress. There's 3 rings in it. In the middle of it is your identity. On the second ring are your habits. And the third one are your actions. Most people tackle it by going in from the outside to the middle. So they change their actions and their habits first without changing or without having an identity in mind, right? And then they change their identity by the end of it. Now, what James Clear tells us is to change your identity, shift your identity first, and attack it from the inside. So you're going from the bullseye out into the actions. By shifting your identity, by telling yourself, hey, I'm a high-performing athlete, and hey, what does a high-performing athlete do? They tend to avoid these depressants, they tend to avoid drugs, they tend to avoid alcohol. And slowly, just by changing your identity, you adopt the habits of that person. Now really, think about what a high-performance athlete would do. Tell yourself, I am a high-performing athlete. Write it down. Say it out loud with me. I am a high-performing athlete. And then research into what they do. Implement it into your life. That is the biggest tip I can give anybody if they want to get shredded. Shift your identity. Eat simple ingredient foods. Now, this is something that is often overlooked because in our day full, in our whole freaking market, depending on, processed foods, it's kind of difficult finding simple ingredient foods. What is a simple ingredient food? Well, a simple ingredient food is one that doesn't have an ingredients list. So it might just be a potato, or it might just be a carrot. I'm not saying you can only live off of, potatoes and fucking carrots. No. What I'm saying is add as many simple ingredient foods into your diet as possible. And heck, your body actually loves this. And, give it 2 weeks and you'll actually start to love these simple ingredient foods. And they're gonna be buzzing. I digress. All calories are not the same, just like how humans are not the same. You can't generalize things. You can group certain food groups, but even on an individual basis, one food might have its atoms fucking shaped it differently. I'm not going to dive into the fucking detail of that. No. What I'm saying is not every calorie is equivalent to another calorie. So a good example of this is cake and an apple. Let's say you have 100 calories of cake and 100 calories of apple. Now, which 100 calories would your body receive the best? And let's think of it in terms of you're trying to lose weight. So if you're eating 100 calories of cake, chances are your body will actually has a higher chance of transferring those calories into fat than the 100 calories in your apple. The same conversely, if you thought about which foods would affect your mood the most. Yes, your diet really does affect your mood. Now, let's say you have, again, the 100 calories of cake, that's like a small slice of cake, and 100 calories of apple. Now, the 100 calories of apple will have the best effect on your mood. By the end of it, moral of the story, choose simple ingredient foods. Give it a try and you'll see how much your life will change. Okay, this sounds controversial already. I may have already offended you, but I'm trying to help you, and I don't care how much I have to offend you if I think this is right for you. Okay, so I'm not saying no, stop eating fucking fries and rice. No, I'm saying vary your diet. Diversification is the name of the game. If you vary your diet, if you replace, these high carb foods like fries and fucking rice with salads that you wouldn't neglect otherwise, you're actually eating healthier on average than if you just add another fucking fries, a side of fries to your Big Mac. No. Carbs, if you can replace the majority of them with salad, you're bussin', is what I'm saying. I'm not saying go on keto, because keto, it can be unhealthy sometimes. But I'm saying replace those carbs with greens and maybe fruits that you would otherwise neglect, and you'll see a change in your overall mood and your health because you're eating a more diversified diet. Next, delay gratification over instant gratification. This is the name of the game for self-improvement. Delayed gratification feels 100 times better than instant gratification. Have you just studied for 3 hours straight and then afterwards you got so much shit done and then you were just super proud of yourself? You can't beat that feeling with, 3 slices of cake. Now, I'm telling you to live a life filled with delayed gratification and choose delayed gratification always over instant gratification. Now, instant gratification can be in the form of, deciding to go out with friends and fucking drink tonight. That's a form of instant gratification. Now, by delaying gratification, in that case, let's go back to the same example that we just used now. You're choosing to not go out tonight and actually spend the night, reading just any sort of book. Books are good in general, in my opinion. If we don't read enough on average, and it's kind of disappointing, but reading is really underrated as fuck, and it's another pillar of self-improvement. If you so choose that night to just not go out, you're delaying gratification. And that will actually help you because you're intoxicating yourself if you choose to go with instant gratification. And that's the same with foods. And many of the foods that we eat, cake and whatnot, they're always super bad for us if we eat them in a big excess, which most of us do nowadays. Choose delayed gratification and you'll actually end up happier. Research has proven that people that delay gratification live healthier and generally holistically happier lives than those that live instant gratifying lives. That's the same for your diet. I really think your diet reflects your inner state of mind. If you're eating clean, your inner state of mind is clean and you are focused. If you're not eating clean and you're eating just junk, your brain is filled with, not literally, but figuratively, a lot of junk. Choose the life of delayed gratification over instant gratification. And a wise man once said, as Lao Tzu actually said, "He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still." So really live by the delayed gratification lifestyle over this instant gratification lifestyle. Just do it. I can't stress this enough. People take this for granted. This is the most important part. Do it. How else are you going to do it? Just fucking do it. Go outside, pause the video, and apply these things. Put it on your to-do list. I can't stress this enough in every video. Just do it. Repetition is the mother of success. Just do it. That's all I'm going to say. And you'll see a change in your life.
Wow, good morning. My name is Andy Lean, and I make a lot of videos centered on self-improvement and what was I talking about? Oh, my name is Andy Lean, and if you enjoy an occasional laugh, some fitness, and of course reaching your greatest potential, consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing. That would help me and help others reach their greatest potential. Thanks for your interaction. Remember, if you want to see the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. Peace.